On today's episode of American Truck Simulator, we are finally hopping behind the wheel of the brand new Mack Anthem that has finally been released to American Truck Sim. Let's go ahead, roll that intro, and get right into it. Alright, haulers, hello and welcome back to American Truck Simulator in the brand new Mack Anthem. I am so excited to finally be driving this truck. I was actually supposed to drive this on stream the day that it came out, but I ended up streaming super early and had to call it early to go deal with some stuff. Never got the opportunity to actually drive this. So this is actually my first time driving this truck. I am driving it in automatic. You can get this truck with a manual transmission just like you would any other. Well, I say any other very loosely, obviously. But in this case, I am driving this truck with a automatic. Just for the steak. Man, I think I'm hungry. Just for the sake of keeping it kind of modern. Oh, I gotta get used to this thing too. I don't know what it is about this cab. I don't know if anyone who has also driven this has noticed this. For some reason, the cab has a very interesting feel to it, at least in my case. It feels very, like, I don't want to say small, but it has a very different, one, it feels like you ride a lot higher. Obviously, I've changed my seating position a little bit. Alright, buddy. Come on, don't do that. Well, that's okay. Did it right in front of a cop, too, it's okay. See if he gets pulled over, but yeah. This truck, I'm honestly very happy with how it came out. It is a very beautiful truck, in my opinion. I will say, like, there's a few things about it I'm iffy on. The sounds, obviously, this is also my first video, I think, in 1.37, since that has come out. I did actually start driving in 1.37 on stream the other day. So, for those of you that didn't get to see that, you would have seen my reaction. If you want to see that stuff, you can find my Twitch at twitch.tv/LonghaulerGMG. I stream around 3 days a week right now. If I can, I like to do more. This weekend, we're hoping to do the convoy with the new trucks. We'll see. But it is convoy weekend this weekend, which I'm very excited. I cannot wait for. But we're pulling in here really quick to pick up a load of tableware. Now, that's something I want to talk about here because I'm hauling a reefer trailer, so it doesn't really make sense to be hauling tableware, but we'll get into that in just a second. We're going to go ahead and see if I can't back this trailer up and get docked. Be my first time reversing this truck. Let's see how she goes. I'm going to probably keep most of this in, unless I horrifically butcher it. But I'm going to try and do it entirely with just the in-cab cameras. I think I've already butchered it. Nope, we're good. We're just going to go ahead and straighten out here. Obviously, I have my camera on the steering wheel stuff. Not the prettiest back job ever. I'm still not 100% straight, but that's good enough. We're going to go ahead and get loaded and then get rolling. Alright, and there we go. We have been loaded up with our tableware into our reefer trailer. Now, the reason I want to talk about that is, I don't know why SCS hasn't done this, but I would like to see a few quality of life things on this front. For some reason with cargos, you would have thought, okay, if we're doing like the new cargo market, now that you can own your trailer, that they would make it so that if you're hauling with a reefer trailer, they would limit you to stuff that you could really only carry in a reefer. Now, obviously, you can make a reefer a van trailer, you just turn off the cooling unit. But is that realistic? for those of you that actually drive truck, is that a thing that you guys do very often? I mean, most of the time when you're hauling a reefer, as far as I know, like, that's all you do is stuff that needs to be refrigerated and or frozen. So I would like, if it is more realistic, obviously to an extent, to see SCS put something in place where it depends on what type of trailer you're hauling, but if you are pulling a reefer trailer, it would make it so that it gives you just cold cargoes, not, I don't know why I'm checking. I got a green. Force a habit from real life, because people like to run reds. There we go. But, yeah, I want to hear what you guys, like, if anyone that actually drives truck, like, how realistic is that? You obviously have to be a reefer driver, but I've never seen, like, you can haul explosives in it, which, I mean, maybe that makes sense. Maybe if it's got to be a controlled environment, like, I guess. I don't know about hauling explosives in a semi-trailer, though. I usually only ever see those in, like, the small blasting trucks, like the pickup trucks. I think that's to keep the quantity down low, but that is what it is. But yeah, there is a lot going on in terms of the games that I currently play and record on. I don't know why, but every game on Earth decided to release an update on the same day. Let's see here. So we start with the Anthem, obviously. This came out on the 28th. Just before that, SnowRunner came out on the 27th, although for some reason they had issues at launch, so I've yet to play that and or do anything with it. I know I said I was hoping to do that right after launch, but I'm actually going to wait just a tiny bit, just to, one, make sure that when I get in to record it, you guys get to see what my fresh reaction is. I have not played it, I've installed it, and that's it. So I want to be able to catch my actual feelings and thoughts on the game itself, and that sort of thing. But I also want to give it a little bit so they'll have some time to fix the bugs, and then we can get in there. And because as far as I know, they've been having issues with multiplayer. I know they're working on it, so kudos to them. We'll see where that goes, hopefully soon. And if you guys have a particular map you would like to see, because I think there's Michigan, Alaska, and a Russian map. I personally would probably like to play on Alaska more than anything. It is SnowRunner, so I want to get a feel for driving on the snow and stuff. I don't know if there's a lot of that in Michigan. Also, you guys can probably hear it. The sounds now in 1.37, they're so much different. Just listen to that going under the bridge. It's so weird. I think it's slightly off. It's not quite right. They're going to have to do some tweaking, but I will say this. I want to ask you guys, this is a little off topic for a second, but I want to ask, what is your thoughts on the engine sound for this truck? It's very unique, if you ask me. Like, this sounds very different to the other trucks in the game. And I don't know if that's 100% in a good way. It's a very interesting sound. And I don't know if it's just me, but it just has some weird tones to it. I don't know. But other than that, so obviously we've got the Mack Anthem that came out. We've got SnowRunner. On top of that, a lot of you guys know I've been talking for quite a while of flashing lights about things that I want to see, like better dashboards and light customization and stuff like that. And that's what they've decided to do next. I think it was just a happy coincidence. I think I was very lucky that that's what they decided to work on next. So as far as I know, right now on the unstable branch, we now have access to the new updated dashboards, which I really want to get into the game and try and see how that works. It seems like they've done some improvements to multiplayer, so maybe we can do some of that soon. Stuff like that. And I'm definitely looking forward to that. So you'll probably see some flashing lights coming your way. And if you guys have a specific one you'd like to see, so I'm probably going to do police. I usually like to rotate out of the three, but it would make probably the most sense to do a police one because there's a new mission, I believe, like shoplifting or something. So there's that. And then Wreckfest, out of nowhere, I don't think I saw a teaser for it anywhere or anything like that, but Wreckfest dropped a teaser, or sorry, didn't drop a teaser. Stroke. Wreckfest dropped a whole new DLC, an American car pack, which had like 3 cars in it, I think. Technically 2 cars and a truck. Had like the old Chevy pickup, and then a couple other old cars in it, which were pretty cool. I don't really care too much for the car packs. It's nice to have them. I think it's a cool addition, but you really don't do much with them because I don't think they're added anywhere into the story, like not the story, but like the career mode. I don't think you can use most of them in the career mode. We'll have to see. Obviously, we're still doing career mode. I'm excited to get back into that. I know this. It's been a long time since I've done any farming, and it's not for a lack of I really want to. I just need to have some time. I know My uploads have been a little bit fewer and far between as of late. It has been a very, very random and intense and amazing and dreadful 2 weeks for me. So it's going to be interesting. I'm trying to get back to this, pushing for every other day uploads, if not daily, so keep an eye out for that. But that's enough talking about that crap. I know you guys just want to see the video itself and not hear about like what I'm doing. But I like to try and be transparent, so that's why I talk about that stuff. I just want to keep you guys in the loop, because you guys are important to me, and that's how I treat people who are important to me. I like to keep them in the loop on what's happening. So there is that. But yeah, overall, there is so much to do now. It's weird because we were in like this very little, like a little swing down where everything like there was new stuff coming out like every week, and then everything slowed right down, and now we're back to a point where there's a bunch of new stuff that's come out and I can't catch up. It's just like, wow. But I know this. I am very excited to get back to some farm sim over on Beaver Creek. I have a lot of logging stuff I want to do, and a lot of it's yard work type of stuff that needs to get done so that we can be good to go. However, I don't know if I'm going to have time to do that before harvest comes around, because obviously we just planted our crops in Beaver Creek and that stuff. And if you like farm sim, you like anything like that, definitely check that series out. It's more of a roleplay style. I'm kind of breaking the fourth wall here in a way, but it's definitely one of my favorite series to do because it gives me a chance to be a little extra creative and have a little more fun with it than most other things I do. And don't get me wrong, I have a lot of fun with everything I do, but that's definitely a lot more fun than some of the things I do. I know this, when you have a day on Wreckfest, or like, honestly, I would say the series that's the toughest right now is Ace Combat, because, I mean, my flight skills are not good by any means, and some of those missions are really intense for people. Like, it doesn't help when I join a forum or something to see if anyone has tips or something, when, like, there's people who've played the entire, like, series of Ace Combat who are struggling, and I've never played a game of Ace Combat up until now. It's like, ooh, this is gonna be interesting. So, doing my best to make it work. That is, I will say, one of my favorite series, too, in terms of what I get to do with it in terms of editing. I love the, that's probably my favorite intro, because I always do the new one. Obviously, I'd love to do that for every game, but right now it's impossible when I'm by myself. Especially with 2 channels plus Twitch. It is definitely intense, and being very busy outside of those things as well. We'll have to see how that goes, but hopefully you get some new stuff coming for you guys on the live channel. I am considering changing it up and turning my live channel into something more than just a highlights reel kind of thing. I'd love to make content that is just funny moments. I mean, a lot of funny stuff happens on this channel that I'd like to put together and do something with, but I never know. I don't know. We'll see what happens, but if that's something you guys are interested in seeing, let me know, and I just might consider it. But yeah, it has been absolutely insane. I need to remember to focus here for a second so I can get off. We're going to Socorro. That is the plan here. Now, while I am currently taking this exit, before I go any further, I quickly want to give a massive shout out and I thank you to my Patreon supporters, WX Squint and Tan_Man1. Makes a tremendous difference for me and enables me to really keep chasing this, especially as a small creator. Obviously, when you have bills to pay, you have to divert more of your time to paying those bills over doing what makes you happy and your hobbies and stuff. So to have kind of those worlds come together definitely makes an impact, because I can do more of what I love doing and share it with you guys, which definitely means a lot. So a huge thank you to you guys for doing that. And if you're interested at all into how you can support me further, you can find links to my Patreon in the description below. Now that we're through there, need to make sure I don't run any red lights. There we go. I don't know if I've driven through here. Actually, we're already in Socorro, so we might have time to take another job. That went way faster than I thought it was going to be. Whoop, slow down. I don't know how fast I was going. I didn't think I was going that fast. This is a contract load, so I am speed limited, so I know I wasn't going over like 65, but that is what it is. Now, I don't know if you guys saw this or not, but a lot of you know I've talked about Twitch a lot in terms of like how they handle bans and stuff like that. I don't know if I've talked about it on the channel yet. the crazy lady herself finally got herself banned, Alinity. I don't like to talk about drama and stuff, but I will say it's just like, for that to happen and it not be, I don't know, it didn't seem like it was big news. I think everyone's just tired of it, but that was interesting to see. So I wanted to just mention that, like, Twitch might have actually done, woo, bushcrack, might have actually done something. I guess she whipped a titty out on stream, which is a no-no. So don't do that. Don't whip them out on stream. Not good. Thankfully, I don't have to worry about doing that. I don't know if I got someone beside me, but I need to move over. I guess we'll just listen for the crunch. But here we go. Coming up to, I think, Walbert's where we're going, right? Oh, it was yellow. Alright, where are we going here? Going right here. That is a very tight entrance, my goodness. Oh yeah, I also, like, I can't talk about it, but I can't wait to show you guys the video coming up on the live channel, because I did a thing. I did a thing that's gonna make a lot of you probably more disappointed in my immaturity than anything, but yeah, I can't wait to share it with you guys. It's gonna be hilarious. I'm so excited. So definitely keep an eye out for that. It's gonna be a good one. See if I can back this one in too. I doubt it. This is gonna be interesting. Also, I do want to mention the color of the truck. I tried to match. I don't think they added it in, which made me kind of disappointed. But Mack has this beautiful brownish gold color, like brownish gold and black, that they have for their trucks, and I really wanted it because I actually kind of like that color. I kind of like it a lot. But I tried to kind of mirror that, almost a gunmetal style now. Try and focus here so I don't miss this, because I'm doing it already. Ta-da! Not the prettiest thing ever, but we got there. Let's go ahead and drop this off and figure out what's up next. Alright, and we are rolling out, and I'm not joking, we are on our way to go get a load of nuts. So, yeah, that's not a joke, we're actually going to get a bunch of nuts. So, this should be interesting, we'll see how that goes. Make sure we get out of here, we don't kill any pedestrians and or children. I guess those are the same thing, aren't they? As long as you don't hear a thud. Is that a military guy? No, he's just in dress clothes. Why is there a guarded parking lot? Is that a thing somewhere like in New Mexico? We don't, like, I've never seen someone guard a parking lot outside of like inner city, like paid parking. I gotta say, I really like this truck in an automatic format. I don't usually like automatic trucks, but this one is actually really nice. I'm very happy with this. Honestly, the thing that made me the most happy about this truck is that they included the matte black option for paint. So, like, you can chrome this thing out if you want to, but you can basically make anything that is chrome matte black. Do this more. I love that. Like, I love that you can choose between the two of them, because I like both of them for their own things. Like, the 389 has, I think, matte black or just black bumpers on it that don't look good with chrome. Like, black and chrome don't look good together. It's one or the other. It's very hard to make it look good together. You can, but I would love to see that at some point where we get more, like, matte black trim style stuff. I think that would be awesome. We will see, but I'm like, there's so much on this truck you can customize, which surprised me. I gotta say, I also like, the biggest thing I've heard in real life from people who drive these trucks is that they really like the dash and stuff. I can see why. This feels really comfortable, and I feel like if it was real life, like, everything's in a perfect spot, laid out nice and clean. I mean, everything you need to know is right in front of you, and I like that a lot. Alright, let's see if we can get down here and find our nuts. That sounds very bad. Alright, here we go. Alright, let's go ahead and grab our load. Alright, the nuts have officially been put in our backside. Ladies, wink. Take that one out of context. So we're officially loaded up. We're gonna roll out. Oh, my traffic hell. Look at that car. I like that. What is this? It feels like Cuba. Isn't that a thing? They all drive old cars because they can't get new ones. Something like that. That's like... I've seen some documentaries on that area, and it feels to me like... You see like Fast and Furious where they do like street racing and stuff. It feels like that must be an amazing area, at least just for that. Obviously, that's a rough situation that they've made the best of, but... I'm not really going to get into any of that stuff. I don't know enough to talk about it. Oh, we'll get out of here eventually. One of these days. Ooh, that was very close, but we made it. Goodness me. This is why we need roundabouts in America. This is like the perfect contender for a roundabout. I can't tell who's turning and who's not. Alright, well, they're not going to be able to go straight anyways, so... Ta-da! We didn't hit anybody. That was very close, though. They got a really nice look at my bumper. But yeah, I guess in other gaming news, too, I don't know if you guys follow Valorant at all. I've been seeing a little bit of it here and there. I know there's at least one dude in my Discord who's absolutely nuts about it. I say nuts very loosely. Apparently he, like, watched one of those streams for, like, a super long time. You know who you are. Just to get a drop. I'm not really rushing to play that game. I'm interested to see kind of what the reaction to it's going to be. As cool as I think it is, I mean, it is very blatantly, like... I think Valorant's probably the most blatant cash grab I've seen in a long time, regardless. Like, you can't say it's not. I mean, it is literally, like, mirror image to Overwatch and CSGO. Like, if they had a love child, that would be Valorant. But it's basically to give these guys their own competitive esports area that competes with, like, CSGO. Which, don't get me wrong, it's cool that they're doing that, but it just feels weird. I don't know if anyone else, like, feels weird about it. But if you've played the game, let me know what your thoughts are on it so far. Do you like it? Are you gonna keep playing it? Are you interested to see where it goes? I know there was some issue, too, where people were concerned that it had intrusive software in it, which I guess you kind of have to, in some ways, have intrusive software because it's a cheating thing. Oh, excuse me. There's the monster. Every time. But yeah, I guess there was an issue where it has software that is there to detect cheaters that is very... It's not, like, intentional. I don't know how to describe it, but it's pretty intrusive in some ways in terms of privacy. I'm gonna move over. Well, I don't have to. We're good. We'll wait a second till we get around the corner. But again, when you're going after cheaters, you kind of have to be. I personally don't like that it's as intrusive as it is, but I'm not going to be playing it, so I'm in that nice middle ground of I don't really have to worry as much about it. I get why people are concerned. But what are your guys' thoughts on that? If you guys know what I'm talking about with the cheating stuff, what are your thoughts on that? Do you think it's too intrusive? Do you think it's not intrusive? Like, I'm just curious to see what a wider audience's view on that is. And obviously I don't have a very wide audience to begin with, but any other opinion other than mine is obviously always welcome. Unless you're being a douche, then it's not so welcome. You can voice an opinion without being a douche most of the time. So, yeah. I just want to make sure I'm not giving a green flag to people to just go talking smack for no reason. Probably still going to happen, but this is what it is. People do. It's great because, like, for those of you that aren't in the Discord, it's like our community is, it's a blessing and a nightmare. You would, if you popped in there out of context, you'd think we all hate each other because all we do is just talk shit on each other constantly. But we all, like, give each other crap. It's awesome. I'm very lucky to have the crew I do in my Discord, and if you're interested in joining that, you can find the link in the description below. And I want to talk about this. I had someone ask me the other day if they could join me in games and stuff, and just so that I can put out a wider answer to people if that's something you're curious about. When I do stuff like recording and/or streaming, I usually keep my circle of people very small. One, obviously trust. I want to be able to know and trust these people. I usually do stuff with them off screen before I even record and or stream, just so that I can get an understanding for what that chemistry looks like and stuff like that, because it's as much to me about being able to enjoy a game with friends as it is making sure that what I'm doing is enjoyable for you guys too. And if I don't have good chemistry with someone, if we're just like, there's just not that energy there, like you guys, I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. You can tell when people are like clicking and they're having a good time and stuff like that. It's a subconscious thing. And so I want to make sure that's never something I have to worry about. So chances are, if you're watching this video and you're curious about whether you can join me, the answer is most likely no. Obviously, anyone who's a creator who has at least a similar following to me, by all means, hit me up if you want to do stuff. I'm always open to collaborations. I don't really do it very much with other creators outside of Twitch for some reason. I can never seem to find anyone who does YouTube that is like my size. I think everyone who does the type of content I do has basically given up on YouTube and moved off the platform. So I'm a little stuck in that sense. But I will say this: if you ever want to play on a game with me, the best way to do it is follow my Twitch at some point in time. I don't know when. I'd like to do it soon. I'm going to do convoys in American Truck Sim and Euro Truck Sim and stuff like that to drive with you guys and be able to hang with you guys, because I definitely love doing that. I've done it a couple of times already. It's always fun, and it gives me the opportunity to hang out with you guys and kind of get to know how everyone is and what they're doing and hear stories and that stuff. I'm very much like, I like doing that. So if you're interested in that, definitely follow me on Twitch, and the next time I get to take some time to play with you guys, then that's the best way to do it. But yeah, most likely otherwise, probably not going to do anything, just for the sake of making sure I'm keeping not only myself in check. Yep, it's going to be one of those. Oh, that's a rough day. Oof. It's not only just a matter of keeping myself in check, but making sure, like I said, I want to make sure my content is good. You know, I don't want to play a game with someone who, like, just grinds my gears or annoys me the whole time. Obviously, I still do that anyways. You guys have seen the convoys. Leading those is as much fun as it is a nightmare, but I love every one of those guys, and there's definitely a method to my madness. So just bear with me on that front. Like I said, if you're a creator, at least similar following, which, speaking of that, I don't normally talk about this kind of stuff, but I do want to say thank you for 250 subs. Definitely means a lot. Obviously, it's not a large number to a lot of people, but to me, it's a very large number, and the growth and everything that's been happening lately really tremendously means a lot. So thank you guys for that. And if you're a creator and you have a similar following to that, or you can show me that you're creating content that is like of quality. Like, I'm not just gonna play with people who I don't like their content. There's no point in that. But definitely hit me up. I do have my business email and stuff linked up, so if you're gonna actually use it, anything that's not business just goes straight in the trash. So don't even try. Don't even try doing that either. I know some people like to do that, but it gets a little obnoxious. That's the fastest way to get on someone's blacklist right there, is abusing, like, contact stuff. But yeah, I figured I would mention that just because I did have someone ask about it. It's the first time, well, it's not the first time. It's like the second or third time I've had someone ask it, but it's the first time since I've restarted everything. Because most of you guys will know, I did YouTube for a while and then kind of gave up on it because I wasn't really getting anywhere with it, which obviously, like, was, oh god, it's a green light, go, 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 go. It was a mixture of not really growing and also getting very tired of it because this was in the midst of the adpocalypse and it seemed like YouTube was dead. And I mean, not that it's not dead, it's definitely still struggling to breathe, but it feels better now than it did back then. But I did get asked a few times then, and it's kind of, I've always held myself to the same thing. I will definitely make time for you guys. It's just going to be down the road and probably on stream, not on video. Part of it too is, like, you gotta think about all the little details. Like, if I post a video with someone in it who I've played with once, like on a stream or something, and they don't like the fact that they're in the video, they can come to me, complain about privacy, take the video down, all that crap, and I can't risk that. You guys know that. Also, like, I don't want to be intruding on someone if they don't genuinely want to be in a video, so I won't do that kind of stuff. Well, but yeah. And I do want to make it very clear as well, do not, at all, download and re-upload my content anywhere. I don't care if you edit it or not. Obviously, that's a case-by-case thing to an extent. If you're trying to, like, cut out funny moments, then maybe, but that's a firm no-go from me, because I've dealt with some stupid people lately who are trying to use my stuff for their own benefit, and I don't normally like bringing a light to it. I'm not going to name names because they don't deserve any sort of acknowledgement, but just be aware that I will go after you for it. Even if it is unmonetized, I do not care. So I just want to make sure that's clear. That is on the internet now, because some people just don't seem to understand what no means. Do not do that, and we shall be good. We're going to come down here. I think we're good to go on dropping this off just as the sun is setting, which is awesome. Does this truck have a compass in it? I just noticed that. I don't know if you guys can see that. I was looking at my gauges there for a second on my dashboard. We'll see when we turn here, because it says NE, which I'm assuming is northeast. Yep, north. Northwest. Oh, that's awesome. So yeah, on this truck, I noticed on the back of it, it looks like there's a giant GPS unit up on the back in between where the stacks go. I didn't know that it actually worked. That is pretty cool. Obviously, it doesn't really make a huge difference, but having that feature probably helps with navigation quite a bit. So that is definitely a cool thing to see. I guess I don't have the stop sign here, so I'm good. I don't know where we're going. Oh, we're going down to this Mills area. Well, yeah. But yeah, like I said, huge thank you. 250 subscribers. Obviously, not a big number in the scheme of things. You know, especially when, like, the norm now is millions, which blows my mind. But to me, 250 could be the same thing. It really does truly mean a lot. It is a large number, especially from where I came from. And I don't want to let it go. I don't want to take it for granted. It definitely does mean a lot. So thank you guys. And definitely keep an eye out. There is more coming. There will always be more coming, unless I get taken out by a thunderstorm or something, which, honestly, the chances of me accidentally taking myself out doing something stupid are higher than I'd like to admit. I can barely walk. All it's going to take is one wrong step someday. We'll see how long it takes. We should make a betting pool, like the dead pool thing, the whole death pool. See how long it takes before I get myself into some stupid situation I can't get myself out of. Down here. I don't know where we're going. Oh, should have come the other way. Of course. Oh no, we're good. I came the right way. I was looking backwards. Alright, Mills, are you ready for my nuts? I'm about to whip my nuts out on you. Let's go. There we go. Boom. Let's go ahead and deliver. And there you folks have it. That is the first trip in the brand new Mack Anthem. This is probably my new daily driver for a little bit. I really do enjoy driving it. The Peterbilt is nice, but this is probably my new favorite. At least for inner city stuff. Off-road, nah. There's no way I'm taking this thing off-road. I don't know why. It just wouldn't feel legit. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Again, I appreciate all of the support. It really does mean a lot. You can find me on social media at LonghaulerGMG on Snapchat, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, and TikTok. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.